Lee Davis was an American criminal who became infamous for his brutal crime and the controversy surrounding his execution. Born on October 20th, 1944 in Jacksonville, Florida, Davis was convicted of the horrific murder of a family in 1982. On May 11, 1982, Davis entered the home of Nancy Weimar, a pregnant woman in her third month, and brutally killed her by shooting her and then shooting her two young daughters, Christy, 9 years old, and Chelsea, 5 years old. The crime was shocking due to the brutality with which the victims were murdered, particularly since Nancy was pregnant. In 1983, Davis was sentenced to death by electric chair. His execution, carried out on July 8, 1999, became highly controversial due to the manner in which it was conducted. During the execution, Davis experienced severe nose bleeding, causing significant public outrage over the inhumanity of the method. This incident sparked debates over the use of the electric chair as a means of execution. The case of Allan Lee Davis was one of those that contributed to a broader reconsideration of the ethics and effectiveness of capital punishment in the United States. His botched execution intensified the calls for alternative methods of execution, such as lethal injection, which many saw as more humane. Despite the heinousness of Davis's crime, his execution brought attention to the broader issue of how capital punishment is administered, leading to Florida and several other states shifting towards more humane methods of execution. Allan Lee Davis was not just a criminal. His case became a symbol of the debate surrounding the death penalty, particularly the method of execution used in Florida. When he was executed in the electric chair on July 8, 1999, technical issues led to blood leaking from his face, causing widespread outrage over the cruelty of the method. Blood poured from his nose and jaw, leading to extremely shocking scenes for those who witnessed the execution. The case drew significant attention from human rights organizations such as the American Civil Liberties Union, ACLU, and other groups that called for the abolition of the death penalty or the replacement of the electric chair with less brutal methods. After the incident, there was increased pressure on the criminal justice system in Florida and across the United States to reconsider or eliminate the use of the electric chair. Despite the brutal nature of Davis's crime, his execution sparked debates about whether the methods of execution used in the United States meet humane standards. This incident strengthened the calls for the use of lethal injection instead of the electric chair as a less violent method of executing inmates. Indeed, after Davis's execution, Florida adopted lethal injection as the primary means of capital punishment. On another note, the case also drew attention to victims' rights and how to address heinous crimes that impact entire families.